It's gloomy out and it's going to rain. And as soon as a storm is coming, it's all people can talk about for 2 days before. I mean, me included. You're just like, I heard the storm's going to be bad. Storm might be bad tomorrow. I'm keeping an update on the. I'm looking at the radar, trying to see how it comes. We're all looking at the exact same radar. It's funny. One time I was talking to one of my friends after a movie, and we were walking. And we're walking outside, and I'm like, damn, it's kind of chilly out. And he's like, yeah, it is pretty cold. And then I looked at my phone, and I go, yeah, wow, it's 48 degrees out. And he goes, no, it's not 48 degrees out. And then he opens up his weather app to check and goes, oh, yeah, I guess it is 48 degrees out. And I go, motherfucker, we're using the same app. How? And you know when you just call someone out for something that even they have to laugh because it's absolutely insane. He goes, oh, yeah, I guess you're right. Like, I showed him the weather app, and he didn't believe me, so then he pulled out his also iPhone, the exact same whatever it is, and just to double check, and he didn't even click on a different app. It's fucking, so some people just, they can't believe something until they, like, double check. You know, like, they don't trust anything you say. And then until they check it, even though they're doing the exact same amount of research that you are. That's why it's so annoying when someone's like, do your research. Like in an argument now, I was having a discussion last night with some friends, and one of we were discussing the military and industrial complex, really intense stuff. We usually just talk about being unks, but for some reason we got into this, and he made a statement. I said, I don't know about that. And then he just went to his phone and Googled and found one article that confirmed his point and showed it to me. And it's like, okay, do we really want to do a Google war? Because I can just do the same thing. I can also just look up an article and be like, well, actually, look at this. Or I can just AI overview. You know, like I can use my AI overview to go against your AI overview. It's the same thing. We're using the same Google. Like half the time I feel like instead of having an argument, you should just have an AI that has all of your thoughts and opinions and just put it against another AI that's your friend's and then see what logical conclusion it gets to. That would save time and be better. But then, you know, you wouldn't accept it if it was like, well, actually, Copilot is right on this one, not my ChatGPT version. Oh, but which ChatGPT version are you using? It doesn't matter. But yeah, he did that, and I just laughed. I laughed in his face because I went, dude, it's the same app, bro. I mean, I love him. I love it. I love it when your friends are like that dumb, and they just get called out. I'm going to take my beanie off. It's a little warm in here. I need better headphones because I can't really hear him through the beanie. But yeah, it's a nice gloomy day. Sometimes I like a gloomy day. Sometimes I like a day that you just go, I can sit inside and not feel bad about it because the weather is dictating that. I can just sit inside, watch a movie because I'm not watching a new movie when it's rainy out. I'm watching an old movie that I know I don't want any surprises. I want to watch a movie I've seen a bunch of times and just kind of just live in it. Look outside, think about ordering delivery, and then be reminded that it's going to cost 3 times as much. So you go, yeah, whatever. I still don't want to go out into the rain. It's nice. You don't do anything. A gloomy weather is the only time you feel productive staying inside and doing absolutely nothing. You go, I'm doing what my body's telling me to do. I shouldn't be going outside. It's a danger. I'm helping the environment by not going outside, because if I go outside, I'm going to get wet and dirty, and then I'm going to have to wash those in a washing machine, and that uses electricity or gas sometimes. I didn't even know dryers used gas. Well, washers don't use gas. Are there washers that use gas? Gas? Washing machine uses gas. Let's see. He's just like freaking hydrogen. There's no such thing as a gas-powered clothes washer in modern times. Washing machines are exclusively electric and do not use gas. Wow. Gas-powered washing machines were produced historically, most notably by Maytag. I like Maytag. That's the guy, right? The Maytag's the like really standard-looking white guy who's got the little cap on, right? White Maytag guy. Yeah, Colin Ferguson. What else has this guy been in? I wonder if he thought when he went to Colin Ferguson. Let's see what your life is about. He just looks like a nice guy. You know, he just looks like a nice, decent white guy. He doesn't look racist. He doesn't look like too liberal. He just looks like a guy that would go, yeah, no, they deserve that. Yeah, no, they should get healthcare. No. But also, let's not over-subsidize these healthcare companies. You know, like he seems like he would have very superficial opinions on a lot of things, but they're the right opinions and they're based in empathy. But it's not too much. He knows his way around a grill, but he's not obsessed with it. He doesn't have a smoker. He's got a normal Weber grill, and he grills a couple times a year. He likes sports, but he's not a diehard fan. Like, yeah, oh, he's Canadian? Fuck this guy. Never mind. No, I'm kidding. Okay, I was right. He's Canadian. Canadian people are just nicer and kinder and more even-tempered. Actor, director, and producer. Okay. Oh, he was known for playing Sheriff Carter on the sci-fi series Eureka, The Maytag Man, and Lewis on Then Came. I don't know about any of that. He's from Montreal. And he went to Appleby College and McGill University. Both sound made up. Oh, wow. He's predominantly French? But he has no... Well, I mean, yeah, I understand. He's a naturalized citizen of the U.S. Let's go, baby, USA! He's on the improv group. Oh, maybe this guy's funny. Let's see. I said so many times. He's done some stuff. He didn't go to theater school. So he's been in a few things. And I think he still is the Maytag Man. And he was on the Hallmark. Yeah, he's got a Hallmark face. He definitely has a Hallmark face, and that's fine. He has one child. We're just learning everything about this guy. Let's see what he's got Lake Placid 3. He's got a decent rap sheet of stuff he's done. And he's done some TV. Wow, okay. Damn, this guy's done a lot. I mean, I'm jealous. This guy's done so much more than me. Good for you, dude. All right, now I kind of fucking hate this guy. And he's a director and producer. Oh. Damn, this guy's this is just a nice working actor. I want to see him speak. Colin Ferguson, Maytag, Man, French. Let's see if we can... reflects on 5 seasons of Eureka. Let's hear it. How loud is this going to be? Okay, there's no sound. Why is there no sound? Oh, what about now?
We have some people returning, some people affecting the future and the end of Eureka who return.
Why is this audio so bad? There's like people talking in the background.
We have some closure for things that started a long time ago.
Saying absolutely nothing.
The storyline that I liked the best was probably the ones that resulted from people behind the scenes.
What a boring video, but you know, that video was him, dude. He's just straight shooter, chill, decent guy. Someone you go, I'd like to hang out with them. I would like to think people think that about me, but I don't think that is what they think about me. Some of them. Not all. Hey, remember to call the hotline 347-566-9741. I'm trying to do something new where I do want you guys to send in your stories, send in your cringe, ask for some advice, you know, all the good stuff. But also, I think it'd be nice if, I don't know what that accent was getting a little, you know. I think it'd be nice if people, if you're having a bad week, you're having a bad day, I think it would be kind of nice to call in and just talk about that. I've been involved in something recently where I've seen a lot of people talk and just admit they're having a bad day, they're not feeling well, and they just talk about it. And without someone even trying to like help and therapize them, but just the ability to joke about, or not joke about it, but just the ability to like admit it. I feel like it would be nice. And I would like for this show to have an element of that as well. So if you're having a bad day, if you want to get something off your chest, if you want to admit something, we'll keep it anonymous because it already is. I only say the area code, and that could be hundreds of thousands of people. Call in, say that. I'd appreciate it. I share with you guys. You guys can share with me. It'll feel good. Is my prediction as someone who has been on the other side. Anyway, so there's that. What is going on with me? This week I watched Trainspotting. Hey, sad movie. Really sad. Why did the person who suggested me to watch it? If you suggest, oh my God, I'm sorry, my nose is itching. This person suggested that I watch Trainspotting, and I'm like, this, and this was after I kind of admitted to him that I was going through time of feeling artistically not inspired, and I wanted to get back to trying new things. I was opening up to him because he's also an artist, and if you can call what this is art. And so I admitted that to him, and he goes, "You should watch the movie Trainspotting." So then I put it on. I looked up what it was about. It's about heroin addicts, and I go, "Okay, so this must be like a story. This must be a movie where even though someone's at the depths of at the depths of their bottoming out, and they're at their rock bottom, they're not doing well. They are, what is another word? Desperate. They're in a time of desperation, but they must look at life and be appreciative and see the nice things in life and go on a journey where they appreciate just being alive." Maybe it's that. I go, that must be what it's about. Maybe it's a bunch of fun heroin addicts running around and saying, even though we're at the worst of times, from the outside, I somehow also learned more about myself and the universe at that moment. That's what I thought it was about. That's what I was ready for at 10 p.m. putting that on. What I got was an extremely depressing movie about people doing heroin and it ruining their lives. Ruining their lives. And the end is not even really redeeming. The guy does something super shitty at the end, and you're just kind of thinking, okay, is this rock and roll? Is that what it's a movie for 19-year-olds. You know, when you're 19 and you watch, what is it, Requiem for a Dream? I think it's the same guy that did Requiem for a Dream. Who did Requiem for a Dream? I saw that once high, and it really fucked my entire year up. Like I watched that movie high, and my friend said, "You should get high and watch this." Another asshole. And I haven't been the same since. God, it's so messed up. Marlon Wayans is in Requiem for a Dream? Bro, Marlon Wayans is like low-key a good actor. What? This is crazy. Yeah. This is like when you're 19, you'd think just watching pain and people dying is interesting and good art because you haven't experienced it enough. So it is filling in for that. And then because it makes you feel anything, because you're so, you haven't learned how to have because when you're young, you like haven't learned how to have emotions yet. Some people have, but a lot of like as a guy, you like need to like learn. Men need to be taught how to have emotions. And that's not me saying like, oh, men don't have feelings. No, you need to like learn how to have emotions. Because if not, you'll just have none. You need to learn how to feel them and understand them and not act on them. And see where it's coming. You have to like learn how to have it so you don't go 0 to 100. So you can have a little bit of sadness and not just fully go all the way in. The mouse can have a little cookie. The mouse can have a mousey can have a little bit of depression. Just a little. He's not going to dive full into the depression deep end, but he can have a little depression. He can dip his toe in. He can feel sad, and because he knows how to have emotions, he's not going to dive head first. He's just going to dip his big and his middle and maybe the pinky toe in as well. Somehow the ring doesn't make it. He does that thing where he does this and he dips just that in to have a little bit of depression, but not the entire 8-foot deep pool of it. That's when you learn to have emotions. When you learn to have emotions, you understand how to regulate them. You understand how to self-soothe. If you don't, then Mousy jumps fully into the 8-foot deep depression pool, and maybe his hair gets caught in the drain at the bottom and he never comes up. Or it takes him about a year and a half. And that is not saying that he, suicided himself, but that's just what sometimes happens. Guys aren't good at talking about their feelings. I also would like guys to be able to express themselves more on the show. That is a dream and a goal for the show, is to have more men able to express themselves and their emotions anonymously if they'd like to, and we can talk about that. We can have that can be part of the show. Because one of the listeners, they suggested, this guy watches almost every one on the YouTube. Love this guy. You know who you are. I think you have a cat in your profile picture, your PFP. I think you have a cat. And he suggested to split the show up into little 20-minute segments. So I'm gonna probably do that on the YouTube. The show, the audio is gonna be one. I'm not gonna split them up. Maybe I'll start doing part 1 and 2. We'll see. But right now, it feel like, you guys can tell me. Would you rather me do part 1 on Monday and then part 2 on Thursday? Do you think? You guys already all listen, but do you think more people would listen, or would you listen more? I don't know. I'm willing to hear the feedback. I'm not gonna necessarily take it, but I'm willing to hear it. We haven't even talked about Taylor Swift. But yeah, I watched this movie and it was just, this is a 19-year-old guy movie. And A Requiem for a Dream is by Darren Aronofsky. Who's Trainspotting by? Danny Boyle. Completely different person. It reminded me of it. Had the same vibe. Came out in 96. Requiem for a Dream came out 2000. I kind of want to watch Requiem for a Dream again just to see if it is as good as I remember, or if that was just me being 19 and having seen 18 films that weren't Transformers. Because I'll tell you what, dude. I stick by. The first Transformers is still an absolute banger of a movie. It's so good. And it gets the blood pumping, dude. I watch Transformers, no joke. I go, I wish that I was Shia LaBeouf in that movie. I want that to happen to me. I fully had the thought. I go, I want an alien race of robots to invade Earth just so that I can get picked by Bumblebee and save the planet with all these sick ass robots. Roll out. I wanted that. I want to meet Optimus Prime. I want to fight the Dega. What are they called? Autobots and the Decepticons. I want to fight the Decepticons. I fully, as a 15-year-old was like, I want nothing more than Transformers to be real and for me to be the one that Bumblebee picks. And obviously that's partially because he gets to hook up with Megan Fox. And yeah, I wanted to do that. Obviously, I'm 15 years old. And I don't even care about her toe thumbs. I'm 15 years old. And I'm in. I'm sure she's a nice lady and is very intellectually stimulating as well. So it would be great. I'd want to have a relationship with her. I don't want to just hook up with Megan Fox. I want to have a relationship with her. I want to hear her thoughts on deep-seated issues. I want to be philosophical. I don't want to just take her out once. No, it's not how I roll. I'm in my 30s now. I'm not just trying to crack. I'm trying to hear your thoughts on Plato's Cave. That's what I want to know. I'm not trying to just get it in. I want to hear what you think about socialized medicine. Okay? That's where I'm at now. I'm 33. I don't want to see you take your top off. I want you to put a top on, and I want for us to talk about Nietzsche. And is God dead? And what even is God? That's where I'm at now. Right? And if you're under 25, I don't want to do that because your brain doesn't work yet. I'm not really dating anyone under 25 anyway, but I'm just saying, now. There's not going to be a lot there. And there's no hate to anyone who's under 25 listening. You don't want to be going out with Unc anyway. But some of you might have, but more often than not, I'm talking to someone who's under 25 and I go, your brain it's not there yet. And I don't want to be doing the thing where you say something and I go, and then I'm like, when you're older, you'll think differently, but it's true. That's what it is. It's true. And I don't want to be that person. And maybe not for everyone, but you know what I mean, right? You're not going to think this way because your brain isn't going to change because it's not fully created. Your brain is an unripe banana. You're 24 years old. Your brain is a green banana. It hasn't fully ripened yet. So yeah, you think all of these dumb things in your head. And some people's brains never become ripe banana. Some people's brains go from green banana to moldy, black, mushy banana. It's like no one gets in the middle. And that's the problem. All these 23-year-old guys get taken over by like manosphere shit. Fuck, this isn't funny. No, it's kind of funny. And they have unripened banana brains. I'm gonna call those people banana brains, and it's because they're unripened. They're green banana brains, and not like plantains. Which can make some good chips. They're unripened banana brains. And man, we're fucking cooking on this. What are we at? We're at 23 minutes. Okay. Man, there's so much to talk about. And we have calls, and we have Taylor Swift, and we have, this Disney thing. This is evergreen. I don't have to talk about this today. But I volunteered this morning. That was a lot of fun. It's good to do that. You got to volunteer. It feels nice to do it. Yeah, if you have a lot going on. No, you still should. It was nice. And here's what's so funny about me. I cannot keep my mouth shut. I can't. If I have an opinion on something, it takes everything in me not to say it. Luckily, I don't know these people, so I kept a lot of them inside. But bro, I can't just exist and not have an opinion on shit. I don't understand people that are like that. I walk into a place and immediately I go, I don't like that. I like that. That's good that you do that. And I don't like that you do that. And the way you're talking to me, I don't really appreciate. But I'll only say two of the. I have opinions on everything. I don't know why. It's who I am. And I can't control it. And I'm not going to try to change who I am. I'm 33 now. No, I'm in my Jesus year, dude. Guess what? Not changing it. Jesus wasn't working on self-improvement. He was who he was. Maybe he wasn't. I haven't read the Bible. Maybe he talks about stuff. Maybe one of the chapters, Luke, is like, thou shalt get a Tony Robbins book. Thou shalt go to a Tony Robbins class and pay $4,000 to walk on coals. Thou shalt watch videos of Mark Mason. At least, is it Mark Manson? It's probably Mark Manson, right? It's Mark Manson. Mark Manson. Yeah, it's Mark Manson, right? Yeah. Thou shalt watch one Mark Manson video. Oh, shit.
To what start-
Oh, shit. I scared the fuck out of myself. Oh, Oh man, I'm having a good time. I haven't had a good time doing this podcast in a little bit, and I have a good time, but like this one, I'm really just off the rails, having a good time. The coffee is good, and then the water's there. I haven't taken a sip enough. I have 3/4 left of the coffee. You know what it is? Before the podcast, I said to myself, "You're gonna have a good time." I said, "You're gonna go and you're gonna do the podcast, and you're gonna have a good time." And you're not gonna think about why you're doing the podcast. Like, is this good? Is this sound good? No, you're gonna go in. You're gonna have a good time. You're not gonna think about how is the lighting because I am actually looking. Fuck, I should have turned the back light on. Whatever. You're not gonna think about all these things because that's not the important part. Is having a good time and giving the audience and the listeners an hour where they don't think, because that's what this show is. I've decided. There's so much happening in the world, and there's so much stress, and there's so much anguish and fun and positivity, but also a lot of negativity, because that's what keeps us on these apps, and that's what keeps us swiping and sending and all of that. There's a lot, and you go and you try not, you open up TikTok, you go, and there's a party that's like, I want to not think for a little bit, but then you open it up and the videos come up and you get mad or upset or what, it ticks you off. You turn on the news to not think, now you get mad about that. You turn on TV and then you get mad. Every single Netflix show looks the same and it's all diarrhea coming out of Ted Sarandos or whatever his name is. It's not Sarandos. What's his name? Head of Netflix. Not to hate, dude, please put me on a show. Send me how little morals I have. Oh my God, I was right. Holy shit. Sometimes I pull stuff and I go, I thought it was a Greek guy. Is he Greek? Is Ted Sarandos Greek? Ted Sarandos. Greek. Is he Greek? It sounds kind of Greek. Yeah, he's Greek American. Yeah, anyway, I was right. Yeah, all of Netflix now is just Ted Sarandos eating some chips and then just having diarrhea, and then that's what we get on the screen. Netflix is Ted Sarandos thought diarrhea. It's just enough to keep you coming back, and it all looks exactly the same. They have this new, and dude, Ted Sarandos, put me on. I'll do whatever, bro. I really don't care. But you can't admit that a lot of the stuff is. And some of the slop I like, dude. I watch, unabashedly, I watch Wednesday, and I like it. And I'm a 33-year-old man, and I like it. And there's mystery involved, and I like the colors, and I like some of the magical shit they do, and it makes me laugh, and it takes me out of my head, and it's great. And I like that. I need a show that completely takes me out of it. And there's no politics involved. Nothing injected. No current events. It's just a dumb, different world, and it's just enough for me to watch, but it's not too involved that I start getting like real emotions, because sometimes there's so much shit going on that you're like, I can't even have an emotion. I need something dumb. Anyway, the whole point of this is to say this podcast is for you to not think for an hour. You turn it on, and my consciousness is injected into your ears or into your eyes if you're watching on YouTube. And you just get to just follow the crazy train, bro. And just not think for a little bit. And it's nice. It's really nice to just, because when I listen to I actually like solo podcasts, because I'm like, I'm not thinking as much when I have them. I'm not having the internal monologue. I'm having this guy's internal monologue. And having someone else's internal monologue is actually very nice, because it's a privilege. You don't get that a lot. There aren't that many good solo podcasts. You got Dylan. You got another comedian that, a lot of people are like, he got canceled, so you shouldn't really be listening to that. You got Emma Chamberlain. I try listening to that, but not for me, fortunately. And that's pretty much it. I'm sure there are other ones, but there's not a lot where you're just on the ride and you get someone else's stream of consciousness injected into. You get the Broski Report. She's good too. These are my peers. Not right now, but if you look at the downloads, Not even close. But these are the piers that I am claiming so that a rising tide lifts all ships. And even if one of the ships is at the bottom of the ocean and then he gets slingshotted up to the top with these other piers that he claims. Is that say 30 or 36? 30. Okay, cool. Good. That's what the podcast is. Take a seat. All right? Have my consciousness injected into your brain. It's nice. You ain't going to think about anything listening to this show except, holy fuck, how does he do it? You're just not going to be thinking about anything, but every now and then you're just going to be like, how does he do it? Okay, maybe not the last. That's kind of, you're going to be like, oh my God, how does he do it, Dylan? Oh my God. And then I might make a bad joke and you'll be like, nope, no, fuck. And you might, but sometimes it's nice making a bad joke. And then eventually you will listen so much and you will tell so many people that you'll be like, hey, you know what? I'm signing up for the Patreon. Yes. Hey, I'm signing up so that he can afford to get a full soundboard because you already know I'll have a bunch of sounds. What the fuck? Volunteering. So I'm volunteering and I get in and we're making food for low income, unhoused, homeless, whatever the fuck you want to call it, because they don't care. They're not like, hey, call me unhoused. We're making food, putting it in bags, passing out coffee, which is great, dude. Honestly, like passing out coffee at 9 a.m. to someone, because you know that like this is fantastic. It's their first cup of coffee. Oh man, it's nice to watch someone enjoy that. But we're making food for these other fellow human beings, and I look at the food, and it's a bunch of white bread and jelly, and like not good jelly, like shitty jelly, and then a little bit of peanut butter, and then some sugary yogurt and Coca-Colas and a Nutri-Grain bar. And I'm looking at all of this and I'm holding my tongue when I'm like, this is really unhealthy. Like I can't, you know what it is? It's the pessimistic side of that's what, it was the pessimistic side of me. I should have just been happy to be there and be helping. But then immediately my brain goes like, how can I improve? And sometimes you got to stop. Sometimes you don't have to improve every situation you're in. You can just be there. You can just exist. You don't have to find, and that's my issue, is that I go into situations and I just feel, because I feel like I have to improve myself all the time. I go into a situation and go, how do I improve this situation? I'm not good enough. This situation, of course, can't be good enough. I need to improve it. And yes, it's good because there are places to improve, but you don't have to hyper focus on that. I could just go in and say, hey, I'm happy to be making meals for someone else. But of course, I go in and I go, how do I make this better? Because I'm so, I'm changing lives. I'm not going to do shit, obviously, but I'm trying not to do that. And I look past it. I get over it. I go, at least we're giving them food. I'm still thinking about it the entire time. Eventually, I do bring it up to someone else, and they're like, no, I know. I do have mixed feelings about what we're doing and what we're doing and the food we're giving and whether it's healthy or beneficial or not. And then I go, yes, it's not just me. Okay, I'm not that weird. I can connect with someone else. It's a shared sense of criticism, and we both, are understanding. I use the term food desert to show them that I've listened to one podcast about poor people, and they would say social. What would they say? Economically disadvantaged people, and I just go poor. They're just poor. Let's just call them what they are. They're poor scum. They're poor scum. They're urchins. They're on the street. They're street people. Okay, yeah, disaffected youth. No, they're worms. They're slugs that we're helping. No, that's not how I talk. But we're there. We're doing that, and then and then I start making these meals, and then I started thinking about them as being the person that gets them. And so then I started looking at, I can't be in a situation and not have some kind of critical thing to to say. And that's maybe he's bad. And I think that's why I'm a comedian. It's just who I am. You know what? It's not bad. Jesus year. I'm 30. I'm 33. I'm in my Jesus year. I'm not changing. I'm accepting who I am because I'm a good person. So anyway, I'm there and I'm watching this guy make the sandwiches. I don't say anything, but he's not putting enough peanut butter on. And I know that because I imagine myself not having access to a lot of food, getting a peanut butter sandwich, and there not being a lot of peanut butter on it. And then me being pissed as fuck and going, wow, these motherfuckers give me free food, but they can't even you can't even put an extra scoop of peanut butter on it. I'm fucking homeless. Really? You couldn't put an extra scoop of peanut butter? I don't have a house. I'm fucking poor, man. Fuck. Just like, just losing it. Feel so good about yourself making a sandwich. You couldn't put an extra spread of jelly on there? I don't have socks. I lost one of my feet to diabetes. But somehow I don't have enough food. I'm thinking of that. And so then instead of saying something, I just pick up another thing of peanut butter and I just go behind him and I start double dipping. Because I go, yeah, if you're coming to my food drive and you're getting sandwiches and food from me, you're going to be full. You're not going to want to go. I don't want you to even go to the other food drives. Fuck those other food drives, okay? And I know we're working together, but I don't want you to go to those food drives. I want you to come to mine, and I want you to, after you eat what I'm giving you, be like, damn, I'm so full, I can't even make it. I'm getting a food coma from how filling this peanut butter and jelly. I want you to almost be like, that's too much food. He peanut buttered the shit out of this peanut butter and jelly. And that's what I did. I did an extra thing of peanut butter. I didn't say shit to him. And it was kind of passive aggressive, but also he doesn't give a shit. They don't care. They're just doing what they can. But there is a part of me that goes like, how are you not thinking about this, dude? How are you not think? It's like when I'm flying today, absolutely flying. It's like when you're at Chipotle, when you're at Chipotle and you ask them for a scoop of rice and a scoop of like whatever. You're at Chipotle and you're ordering and you see them not filling your bowl up and you want to just be like, hey, what did I do to you? Why do you care? You don't own this food. No one is saying anything to you. Just put more. Don't make me ask for another thing of rice and or beans, because then I'm going to feel like a fat ass. I'm going to do it. But why do you want me to feel like a fat ass? Or maybe just give me the extra rice, fill the bowl up. I'm looking at the bowl and there's a lot of extra space in it. Shouldn't we be reusing all of the bowl? You guys made them that size for a reason. So let's use the entire bowl. Okay? That's how I feel. That's how I feel when I'm at Chipotle and I want to just be like, sometimes I want to just be like, hey, the fuck's going on? Hey, just be like, hey, did we date? Like, excuse me? I go, did we date? Did we used to be girlfriend and boyfriend? Or no, I'd actually be like, are we dating? Excuse me? Like, are we in a physical, intimate relationship? Are we boyfriend and girlfriend? And they say no, and I go, then why are you fucking me? Why are you fucking me so hard with the bowl? Because if we're dating, I understand. Are we in a situationship? Are we hooking up? Any of that, it's fine. That would make sense that you're. But if we're not, why are you fucking me so hard with the Chipotle? With the bowl, with the rice bowl, with the Chipotle, with the burrito bowl. I don't know you. You don't know me. Yeah. So if you don't know me, why are you fucking me so hard? You know. At least spank my ass if you're gonna do it. That's how I feel when I'm making this food, and so then I went through and I go, I'm not gonna be the stingy Chipotle guy. I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna make these peanut butter sandwiches so good, because if I do something, I'm gonna do it right. I don't do it half-ass, and I crush those sandwiches. I absolutely crush them. and it was good, and I had a good time. And you know, some more shit happened where this woman, I held my tongue so much, but I didn't want to, because I can't. When someone says some shit that I am like, that doesn't mean anything, I want so bad. Everything in my being wants to be like, what does that mean? Hey, what you just said doesn't mean anything. Well, that's bullshit. Huh? There's so many times in life where someone says something and it takes everything in me not to be like, huh? What the fuck what are you talking about? To literally be like, what are you talking about? What? You really just said, I know technology? That doesn't mean shit, bro. You use your credit card on the bus and not your phone because you know too much about technology? What the fuck does that mean? Nothing. It doesn't mean anything. People steal credit cards all the time from gas stations and shit. They can swipe your... What does it mean I know too much about technology? People just say shit and expect no one else to call them on it, and I will not be that human being. If you say some shit that means nothing and you know it means nothing, I'm going to be the one to be like, hey, what do you mean by that? No. I'm going to follow up on what? You know technology? What? You've done the research about what? You know what China is really up to? Huh? I'm that cat. Huh? I'm that cat. If I had more soundboard sounds, I would the Huh Cat on Instagram has 951,000 followers. That makes me feel really good about myself. Huh Cat meme for 10 hours. Someone made this. It has 265,000 views. We are crumbling as a society. 10 hours? What's the average watch time? I actually almost want to comment. What are the analytics for this? Huh? It's just this for 10 hours? Huh? Wow. Oh my God. 427 comments. We are saying huh with this one. This was truly beautiful. The huhs, everything. Even when it turns around. Beautiful. I'm bawling my eyes out. This is such a masterpiece made with such love. And the story, wow. Oh my God. It's funny. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, I'm a hug. I had to call her out for it, and that's my job. That's who I am. Some people, that's a personality trait. That's who I am. Let's go to some calls. I've talked for way too. I'm not even gonna get to Taylor. We'll end with Taylor, I guess.